Try to catch me howling at the moon. Try to catch me howling at the moon. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
You never believe it. I was too hot last night, eh? The sleeping bag's too hot.
Morning. So pretty good last night. Now you guys probably worked it out by now, but we're actually self-filming this episode, or this whole sort of Vic High country trip. The videographer, he got actually stuck in the Brisbane floods. Like Steve's holding the camera at the moment. Let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think about the content, and if you don't like it, like just turn off YouTube and go straight over to our website, truenorthadventures.com.au. Buy a bit of merch and you won't have to watch this.
First job this morning for me, coffees.
Thought you were having a wine.
That was the last job last night.
How's that going for you?
That's why the first job needs to happen quickly this morning. So this camp spot is incredible. Like right next to the creek here, it was a fun drive to get in. Heaps of trees. Things you should look out for when you find the drone.
Yeah, so yesterday we had a slight mishap with the drone. Well, I had. When I say
I
mean
I was going to correct you, but because you corrected yourself, we'll go the other way. We are a team.
Thank you.
Our team had a mishap.
And the drone went into a tree backwards,
High tree too.
really high. So we spent about an hour throwing crap at it to get it down. And then it was also a bit windy, so the tree was moving a bit, and it came down.
Fast.
We got what we wanted.
I don't think it's going to be doing any flying anytime soon.
It's in bad shape.
So hopefully we can repair it. So the next couple of days we've got some drone footage.
Stop. Too much.
It's pretty strong, man, and there's
Yeah.
no pressure on that, eh?
I think that'll be all right, man. I don't think we should do much more. I fixed Land Cruisers, fixed DJI drones. Like the lens is okay. The props and arms and everything are okay.
Yeah.
It's just the little gimbal arm broke.
We had to get the SD card back out of it because that's the last couple of days worth. But it would be nice to include a bit of drone footage in the next few days as well.
Yeah.
Especially with some of the tracks coming up. So let's hope that works.
I think it's going to work, man. I'm really confident on it.
Yeah.
Like when I saw it yesterday afternoon, I was like, that drone's dead forever. So we've let that epoxy glue dry on that little broken arm. We've got little cover pieces to go back in. We've clipped all the ribbon cables back in. Hopefully it goes together and works. Oh, I broke that side. See?
We're going for a fish. We're at this beautiful creek. Trout have been caught here before. Fly fishing, something that we've never done. The boys had a few casts yesterday. I haven't had a cast yet. What's the go? We've got 2 rods. How does it work?
We got 2 rods. We got a 4-weight and a 5-weight. This one will just have a dry fly on, and then this one here will have a nymph under dry. So just to get a bit of bait lower in the water, just so they can sort of see it if they're not eating off the surface. So see how we go.
Yeah, and you've caught trout here before?
Once.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Boys are using fly. We've only got 2 fly rods, so we brought an extra little reel and rod, and just going to use one of these little spinner guys.
You reckon, mate? So we're slowly working our way up the creek here. We're at the honey hole. And Mark's out there flicking around. He's doing pretty well. He's picked it up pretty quick, but no fish. Not even honey. Barely even a hole, to be honest.
Well, it's a beautiful river, lots of likely looking fishy spots, but nobody's home. There's no fish here.
So I learnt a fair bit, but I didn't learn where the fish were. So I don't know, Adrian's up there having a couple of decent casts, but yeah, it's pretty nice, pretty peaceful, bit of an art to it though, for sure. With this shirt on too, normally the odds of catching fish go up substantially, so something's going on. Maybe it doesn't work in Victorian waters. So all our Victorian viewers, definitely don't go to truenorthadventures.com.au and buy a shirt. We're back to camp. Didn't catch a fish, but there's no surprise there. Anyone who was hanging on, hoping we were going to get one, well, you're silly. Big day actually driving. Should be a great episode, and thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff. If you've got anything you want to ask us, hit them in the comments. We do our best to respond to everyone. Come along. So we're just crossing back across the Wonnangatta River from the campsite last night to get on the track. This water here is not too deep, it's not a problem. Big boulders though, basketball size, so we're bouncing around a fair bit.
We got the drone working, and I've apparently crashed it into another tree. It's somewhere in all that blackberry bush.
I'll just go in and grab it, mate.
Make it fun.
Stevie.
Oh, I'm not going to need them. I'm going to find it real easily.
Sure.
But yeah, there's a lot of blackberries, so it's going to suck. But I think we know where it is. We're tracking it with the map. What angle was it?
So, trying to find it deep in the blackberries there. The drones have got this function where they'll just beep and they bring up their location on the map, and you can tell how close you are to the handset. So I don't know if you can hear that.
So we're going into the blackberries to get the drone. Yeah, hold that one back.
I feel something hard behind you, Adrian. It's just a pistol.
Ah. 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 Ah, the hand. Oh. Oh. Nice one. Easy. Ah. Oh, I'm getting spiked in a lot of places. Mostly my legs. Glad I got a long sleeve shirt on. TrueNorthAdventures.com.au, you get your long sleeve shirt. Oh. Success. We got the drone. It was right in there, and it's so thick, like behind me, the blackberries. We had to just keep putting sticks down to mat the ground down, and then we used the stick to pick it up and slowly retrieve it back through the blackberries. No problems at all. Brand new drone. Well, let's go before I crash another drone, eh? That sucked, and it was probably appropriate punishment.
100% appropriate punishment.
Yeah, I deserve to go into the blackberries for crashing the drone. So yeah, I've got this short little track to do back past the base of Billy Goat's Bluff, Billy Goat's Track,
Billy Goats.
to the Kilsyth Bridge. Yeah. Back to the Kilsyth Bridge, and then from there we do the Crooked River Track, and that'll take us to Talbotville. From there we'll go up to Blue Rag, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be an awesome day. I think we're ticking off a few of those little bucket list tracks today. Heap of creek crossings and some cool steep climbs.
Looking forward to an alpine camp as well.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
One little wrinkle, the White Ranger has less fuel than is ideal. It's going to be very close by the sounds of it.
Coming down the road, I just dodged around this snake. You got to be really careful when you're out on these tracks. Carry a snake bite kit everywhere you go.
So, time to get some lunch ready. Obviously, we borrowed the Norwell car here, but we got one of these in my cruiser as well. Travel Buddy, they're awesome. We always just carry some like frozen chicken tenders or meat pies or something. Poke them in there, and like 45 minutes or an hour and a half later, depending on what you're cooking, you've got a nice hot lunch. So that's what we're going to do. Get your True North Adventure oven mitt. TrueNorthAdventures.com.au. Righto, they're in there. Close the lid. 1 hour later, chicken wraps. Let's go.
How's that jerky?
Good stuff.
If you had to score this jerky, what would you give it?
6 out of 6.
Crooked River track, we're on it now. It goes through to Talbotville. I think there's about 13 river crossings.
Oh man, this car's got some beeping. So it turns out when we Mark preheated the oven, he didn't put it on run. He just put it on like a half-hour timer. So the oven's been off the whole time. We haven't actually been cooking our lunch. But luckily, Skinny to the rescue. He's got an air fryer and an inverter, and we're going to cook them up in the air fryer. So that's all done. Air fryer to the rescue. They're already pretty hot and halfway there, but they crisped them up really quickly. How good's that? So awesome little lunch spot down here. We've been trying to find trees this trip to have lunch under because we haven't got our destination awning on the car, which we're so used to using. It makes it so easy to just pull up anywhere on the track, open it up and get shade. So we've got about an hour. We're going to head back out to the highway and up to sort of the start or the turn in for Blue Rag track. Yeah, we're going to hopefully get an awesome spot up on top of the track. Big awesome views, camp there for the night. That's the plan. Hopefully it comes out that way. Makes sense.
Just finished lunch. It was a good little stop, nice spot down there. And a little fuel update. 156 k's till empty, so hopefully we get there. This is the start of the Blue Rag track. I know Mark and Stevie were in front of me, but they're not here. I've radioed them to ask them if they've started it or if they missed the start, and I haven't heard from them. So
We drove, Stevie and I drove straight past and we missed the turnoff, but that's becoming quite clear to a lot of our viewers that happens regularly. Blue Rag Range.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's like the iconic track, so probably a track that we'll talk about to a lot of people, I'd say, because a lot of people have done it, and yeah, man, looks like it's going to be pretty spectacular.
Awesome fun. Steep.
Yep, steep.
So far, first impressions on the track. Pretty fun, quite steep, bit lumpy. Ooh.
Hey mate.
Oh, Steve.
I feel like a bit of an alternate line here. I didn't dislike it, it's just the car stop. What am I touching under? Something under the front?
I'll have a look. Soft sand at the back. Both back wheels are slipping. It's just, you're not getting anything to grab on. See if you go right hand down and roll back a couple of meters. Skinny's moved out of the way.
So a little bit of a scary moment there. I mean, it's not like, there's nothing hard about this track, but it's the massive drop off to one side that if you do get it wrong, it's going all bad. So you just take things a little bit more cautiously than you probably would on a flat track, or a track that doesn't have a 400 meter drop off on one side.
We are at the trig point at the top of Blue Rag Range track. For anyone who doesn't know anything about trigonometry, it basically means it's a survey point. If you're going to put a steel peg and survey a point on top of a giant hill like this, and you've got to get up here with your horse and cart, you're not just going to call it a survey point, you're going to call it a trig point. And that's why it's called a trig point. Beers?
We don't have many of these, so that was bad. You could hear everyone in the background. Whoa.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Wow. Glorious. Frothy one. Good and cold.
That's so tasty. I want to talk about your thongs up there, mate.
It's one of those things, all these iconic spots, everyone slaps their sticker on it, hangs a pair of binoculars, a flag. Look, I don't always buy into it, to be fair, and there's a lot of stuff on the tally track where I think it's not necessary. Like certainly a sticker, I think's fine. A bubble, a bubble maker, probably not necessary. But these thongs are due to be retired, and I wouldn't pollute by leaving them here unless I was going to take a pair of thongs that were already here. So it balances. There's a pair of Crocs up there, look like they're in much better condition. They look about my size. I think I'll get a hold of them and I'll replace it with these fellas.
I saw her head onto the table. Well, a tall, walking, big black cat.
Have a go at that. What a swag setup. What a spot. Finish up the night. Blue Rag Range track did not disappoint. I mean, the views up here are just insane. They're actually epic, and we don't use that word ever, or we try not to anyway. So we're going to cook up a feed, watch the sunset, and enjoy this beautiful spot.
Trig spot, or the trig point, just up there. Nice little view, perfect out here. Sausages, boiling water, that'll come to the boil shortly. We got some freeze-dried sides. They're not full meals, they're just sides, mashed potato, cauliflower. They just taste better than canned veggies. We'll put them on, we're gonna have a whiskey, probably talk a bit of garbage. See you in the morning.
Or 41 kilometres left.
Still empty. The nearest servo is more than 41 kilometres away.
Yep.
These thongs look pretty bad, worse for wear. These are actually the ones, if you go back maybe about a dozen or so episodes, we were coming down the west coast in the big boat. I lost my thongs, and on the beach we sourced another pair. They don't match, and it was only a short-term solution, but I've had them for like 8 months now. Done the job though. Little did I know 8 months ago that they were going to still be with me 8 months later.
I don't think anyone would have guessed that, eh?